I'm Toddling Dafferlin, reporting from the area of Northwest Point, where the body of a young Dominican woman who was missing since Sunday was just discovered. It was just after 4:30 p.m. on Wednesday, July 13, 2016, when a search team comprising members of the Dominican Republic community in Turks and Caicos Islands made the grim discovery. The body of 26-year-old Serenita Morano Waitress, who was better known as Cindy, was discovered in a bushy, deserted area at the end of a rough road near a beach in the Northwest Point area. Ever since Waitress, who has a young daughter in the DR, went missing after she was picked up by an unknown man from her house in Five Keys around 4 a.m. on Sunday, July 10th, her friends and family were hoping against hope. They were hoping that somewhere, somehow, she would have been found alive. But that, unfortunately, was not to be. The popular waitress, who worked at the Shadow Bar at the corner of Airport Road and Aviation Drive in downtown Providenciales, became the fifth woman from the Dominican Republic to be murdered in the Turks and Caicos Islands in the past 5 years. We will give you details on the other victims later in this news alert, but what we can tell you right now is that the Dominican community here is devastated. Many of them have come to the Turks and Caicos Islands in search of a better life and to make their contribution to the country's economy. But for many of them, 5 murders in 5 years is tugging at their heartstrings, shattering their dreams, and causing them to lose faith in the police. They believe that when crimes are committed against them, the police do not do enough. Scores of them were at the scene when the body was discovered, and their anger and frustration was obvious. Sun TV was the only media house on scene. In the video clips you're about to see, you will sense the anger and the emotion. We first start with Edwin Hernandez, Assistant Consular of the Dominican Republic in Turks and Caicos Islands, who explained how the body was found.
Very disappointed with this. We are very disappointed with this. We have decided to take our search. We have decided to take our search from yesterday. The police was always asking if we have any idea as to where we think that we can go. We don't know. We just looking. We don't know. We have no information. We just looking around. If the police were to do that, they would find the body before us. But they didn't do that. So we decide yesterday to take an area. Today we decided to take another area. That was the area that we decided today, around 4:30. Around 4:30 we decided to take this area. And we was feeling some bad smell from early after we started to take the bad road. We end up taking this road here. All of us decided to take this road here. And while we was driving through, we saw a sign, a panties. And when we see the panties, we think it was a special sign. It was a sign to look, right? So at the minute we jumped out of the car, and when the body was right there. I don't think the body was there so long, right? Because you got the panties was there and looked like somebody placed the panties right there recently. We are very disappointed with the police in some terms, because we decided to take ourselves by ourselves. I don't think, I just don't know.
Other Dominicans were on the scene, openly expressed their outrage.
What we just say is that if we don't work like that from yesterday afternoon, when the police didn't help us, we didn't fight the girl. It's a bad thing finding like that, but we really make the work. All the crew.
We did.
Probably about 100
Now
people.
one police officer was with us from yesterday north today, helping us to find the girl, and that's their duty. Help us find. And they won't come here and act, oh, we must move. While we move, and we find her. If we didn't move, we wasn't gonna find the girl.
We're gonna find her. The police don't help.
Nobody come with us. Nobody.
We come by yourself. Not come by yourself.
All of us.
We are from yesterday.
From 6 o'clock. o'clock this morning, we looking for this girl. 6 o'clock this morning, we looking for this girl. A lot of us didn't make it to work today. Helping the girl. Now one police officer.
And now, for those other Dominicans who were killed in Turks and Caicos Islands over the past 5 years. In July 2011, Santa Soraya Ramirez was shot and killed while on the job at the popular seaside eatery Sailing Paradise restaurant and bar in Blue Hills. In 2012, Romana Sanchez, who was believed to have been raped and murdered, was found with her head severely damaged with rocks and the upper half of her body engulfed in flames. On June 23, 2013, the body of 30-year-old Dominican national Damaris Gomez Martinez was found in a makeshift casket in bushes along the Millennium Highway in Providence, Cities. The most recent murdered victim from the DR was 26-year-old Dominican waitress Yunir Rivera's, whose body was found by police on Saturday, April 23, 2016, in the area of Pirates Cove near a secluded beach at the back of Phase 2 of the low-cost homes in the Wheeling area of Providence, Cities. During a press conference at police headquarters on Wednesday, July 13th, Acting Assistant Superintendent of Police Amos Grant said police are trying to see if there are any similarities between the last two cases.
We are examining both cases to see if there are any similarities in looking at the MO and so on. But to give you a definitive answer, it will be premature at this stage. So we are looking into the details, we are looking into both cases, and we're trying to see if there are any similarities in both of them. And as soon as we're able to determine that, we may comment further. But it is important that we don't read too much into it. But at the same time, we as a police force have a responsibility to be frank and honest and with the public. And I would like to reiterate that we're going to try our best to look into both cases to see whether or not there is a trend or whether or not there are similarities in both incidents. I know people are some persons might be very apprehensive at this time, and quite rightly so, because based on the two incidents, it seems as if there's something going on there.
Police said Ramirez was dropped off at her home by her co-worker, and around 4 a.m., she was picked up by an unknown man in a blue Nissan March car. Police said they are pursuing a number of leads, but they noted that there are quite a number of small blue cars on the island. On the evening of Tuesday, July 12th, several members of the Dominican Republic community in the Turks and Caicos Islands had a meeting near La Familia restaurant and bar behind downtown Ball Park. They were joined by several police officers, including Steve Snow, a top detective from the UK who was recently hired on special assignment to help the CID solve crimes. Many of the persons in attendance were visibly shaken, and some of them declined to speak on camera. However, Ms. Carmen Talbot, who has been living in Providence for many years, said women from the DR who are living in the TCI needs to be careful. She also commented on the negative stigma that is attached to women from the DR who live in Turks and Caicos Islands.
Let the Dominican come and here to work hard. Alright? Not all Dominicans same. For that's what happened there. She do this. Every Dominican different do something different. Alright? So there's no one cause for kill Dominican like this. I say, please police, find somebody kill this lady and the other lady and the other lady. Not only one. Plenty, many people. Alright? So just think for this. I never go stop for this. Just think. This I say. Thank you.
Reporting from the area of Northwest Point, I'm Toddleen Dafferlin.